Greetings, I'm Demonac. Now let's slay the Spire. And, let's see, I still have to try and get my further ascension levels here. Next up for non-daily climb is the Ironclad here, so let's try and do a normal run without all those crazy weird rules, get back to how the game is actually designed to work, and see how I screwed up in this case. So I can remove a card, which is, again, not that exciting. Like, I'd love to remove these starting cards, but it's not that exciting early on. 3 potions to start with, that would be a big early boost, but I'm more interested in long-term because the start is pretty easy. Lose 8 max hit points to transform 2 cards. That could be interesting. And trade my starting relic for a random boss relic. That's a lot of drawbacks, and Burning Blood's really good. Let's do this. Transform... strike and a defend. Infernal Blade is excellent. Flame Barrier, okay. I will take that. And yeah, we did determine at some point that it's only curses that always get transformed into another curse. Other things, like one of those was an attack, but I got 2 skills. So apparently it doesn't matter. It's only curses that were screwing me. So I could go and remove a card pretty early, but the shops are coming super early. Are there shops late? No, of course not. Not when I have money. That would be ridiculous. I'm liking the question marks here. I mean, we should be maximizing the number of elites, but I think I can get a fair cross-section of them if I go start up this way. And I'll maybe take this shop, or we'll see how we're doing at that point. Camp. Camps are great. And question mark, elite, question mark. Oh no, there's another elite up there. They're really lined up inconveniently. Like, it doesn't look like I can just get a big bunch of elites any which way. Could go here, just remove a card pretty much, and then go up this way and get question mark, elite, question mark, camp, elite, question mark. It's just not looking too bad, actually, even though I definitely won't have money for anything good at the shop, so it'll be a piss-off, but we'll do that. Alright, well, not too useful the first round. Let's get a free attack. Oh, look. Hey, I may not have any strength, but it's still 14 damage for 1 energy when you counting the, Infernal Blade card itself, obviously. Alright, we're going to bash you, and actually, you're going to do 6 damage to us. We might as well just keep trashing you, because we'll heal at 6. We just need to do 9 damage to finish you. Oh, look. Heavy Blade. Full heal from our starting relic. Anger's pretty good. Really don't know how this thing is going to go. We don't have any relics yet. Clothesline, weak, will help me take less damage. We know that's a good thing because I'm such a dumbass about not having enough defense. It is expensive, but it's 12 damage for 2 energies, so it is at least as damaging as the other things. Copying an attack or power could be very strong, but I mean, at this stage, that's not really doing much for us. Do I just go with the Anger? Anger's pretty good. Let's just go with Anger. It's going to help us out more early on, because we don't have enough energy to support all that stuff. Alright, what can we not buy? Pommel Strikes are excellent. Rupture is pretty strong if you have the right kind of deck, which of course we don't know and probably don't. Wow. Amazing artifact, relics I don't have money for. Molten Egg. Actually, Bottled Flame, not as strong. Generally, Bottled Flame is just way weaker than the other bottles. Because having a particular set of skills can be very powerful. Having a particular power, but I mean, you usually have lots of attacks. There aren't that many attacks where you're like, oh, I have to start with this attack. In a silent deck, starting with your upgraded, whatever, the 0-cost weaken thing, that's pretty good. But the Molten Egg, on the other hand, would be a must-buy if I had money, obviously, especially from the first shop. But that wasn't going to happen. So if I remove a card, I'm going to have money for nothing. Probably fine. Blind upgrades to be all enemies, right? Yeah. All enemies for 2 rounds is pretty sweet. But I think we're just going to remove a card. We'll get rid of a strike, I guess. I do have another defense card there. And I could still buy the Rupture. Do I want the Rupture when I currently have no cards that use it? I mean, this is the very beginning. I can just get cards that use it, right? Cards where I take damage and then I get more strength. probably stupid, but let's buy it. It's not too expensive, and yeah, we'll try and make that work, even though it's pretty stupid to buy at this stage. But you gotta start at some point. Well, here I get lots of camps, but not that many elites. I'm gonna go this way. Question mark, camp, elite, question mark, camp, elite. Seems fine. Remove a card, lose 7 current HP. That's a no-brainer. Requires a card with 10 or more damage. I don't care. This is great. Let's get rid of... If we get rid of another strike at this stage, am I going to be screwed? I don't know, but we're going to, because it should be easy to replace attacks, right? In theory, probably. So, Bash Anger would just kill him. On the other hand, we could just 2 strikes would kill him, and then we could anger him. It doesn't really, there's no difference, so, yeah, whatever. Got more angers if we reshuffle, not that it really matters. Infernal Blade gives us Immolate, which is going to do nothing, because it costs 0, but it just exhausts a card, and then if it's not a status or curse, it doesn't do anything. This whole hand does, like, nothing. Let's get rid of our Rupture, because it's actually pretty useless in this deck. I could have just played it for the same difference. Sure, we'll Flame Barrier pointlessly. Okay, now he's going to do damage. Well, it's going to be full of angers. We don't have any card drawing. And wow, he debuffed the crap out of... I'll take a lot of frail to make us fail at that, but... Okay, he's not attacking again. He just never attacks when I have the Flame Barrier, of course. But whatever. Again, the early rounds, they're still pretty easy fights. I took 1 damage somehow. So Exhausting Sentinel would give me 2 energy. And it's otherwise a block. Armaments would upgrade things. Searing Blow is a piece of crap. I'm not going to spend all my rare upgrades on that one thing. I don't have anything that exhausts cards right now, so this is not actually particularly useful. Do I take the armaments? I'm going to have too much defense at this stage, this little tiny deck that I have. I think we're just going to skip this bunch of cards. Do I want the armaments, though? You can't upgrade everything. No, I'm just not taking it. Whatever. Stay lean and not especially mean yet, but someday. Fine potions. We had a weak potion, which is pretty good. I think I'd rather have 2 explosive potions than a poison potion at this stage of the game. The poison would be better for bosses and elites, but whatever. Let's upgrade something. Infernal Blade to cost 0. I don't need that so much. What we need is upgraded Anger. We need these to be doing good damage, like this. Now they're just free strikes, which is fine. So this is not ideal. It's also not the ideal round to get the Flame Barrier. This would stop all the damage, but then I'd only be doing 4 back to him, and pretty much nothing else. So this would actually not make them vulnerable. It would just get rid of their artifact buff. So that's also not great. And I would take 3 damage. Boo. I mean, I could weaken him, but that seems kind of weak. Whatever. We'll just not take damage. Even though next round I'm probably going to take a bunch of damage, and now my deck's going to get crapified. My deck's so small that all those dazes are going to kill us. Okay, free Heavy Blade for this turn. It's just a regular Heavy Blade for later, but that's okay. I don't have any cards that cause me to lose health, so the Rupture is literally doing nothing for me right now, but since I can't... Oh, no, I don't have enough energy. I spent 1. Okay. Why did I hit him? I'm supposed to be hitting the ones that are matched up, because they're the ones that cause problems. Like this round, when I have no defense, I'm just going to take a whole bunch of damage. God damn it. Okay, you know what? We're going to weaken him. Oh, no, we're not. Oops. Of course. Just very annoying right now. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to explode them. There. We're going to take some damage, but fight should be under control in theory, although our deck sure has a lot of dazes in it. I didn't play the Rupture, so it's coming back. Awesome. Oh, that's right. I should have bashed him because it would have actually affected him. Good job, me. Okay, Flame Barrier is fine since this time I actually have a strike. Okay, so strike plus anger would just kill him. So let's do that. That's fine. I guess I've got the angers trying to balance out the crap things. Hand is not all days. Excellent. Max HP. You get another anger, which is very good. I could also get a metallicize. My deck has so much defense right now, though. Spot weakness is 1 energy for 3 strength, doesn't exhaust. It's not 100% reliable, but it's pretty good. Having another copy of anger would help me to build an anger-based strategy, but on the other hand, this would work well with a strength-based strategy. This would... Man, I'd like to have the metallicize for more defense, but my deck is kind of really defensive right now. All of these things are good compared to the last one where they were all crap. Let's take the spot weakness, whatever. Deck is small, it should keep coming around. Okay, so we're going to spot weakness him. And then we're going to anger, strike, and defend. And we're already not full healing after this fight, but we're doing okay because these guys are not that hard. Haha. I mean, I could have just killed him, but... Oh, he didn't attack. Whoops. Okay, well, fine then. I don't know why I thought he was attacking. Clash. My deck is way too defense heavy right now to really benefit from the Clash. The Body Slam is good when you upgrade it. Should I take the Clash anyway? No, it's not working with what I have going on here. It wouldn't be right now. It would be a dead card for a while. I don't want to count on getting there. Take the disarm. I mean, Body Slam is great when it's upgraded so that it's free. I don't have that many high priority upgrade targets. Let's take the Body Slam. It's mostly going to be garbage right now, but someday. Question card. We now just get more choices every time, right? Yeah. Okay. Upgrade. So right now the Body Slam is crap unless we upgrade it. Upgraded Rupture would cost 0, so we would get it out of the way. On the other hand, Spot Weakness is 4 strength. That's more strength, which is pretty good. I think we gotta go with this. I mean, there's a chance we might just remove the Rupture later if we can't get stuff that works with it. Whoa, this is one of those explosive potion fights. Although, look at the Flame Barrier. How much damage are they doing? 10, 15, 18. If I have Flame Barrier and Defend, that'll stop most of it. And they'll all take 4, and I get to anger someone. Okay, we'll maybe do this without the... It's so fun to just explosive potion these things, but... Half of them will survive anyway, but let's Flame Barrier, Defend Barrier, and we'll anger the one with 10 hit points, because then he will die. Now, a higher percentage of our deck is anger. Took like 1 damage, should be easier to finish them now. Body Slam, still kind of expensive. Clothesline, not area damage. If I do this, I will only be able to do 2 attacks this round. And I'll take a bunch of damage. You know what, I may just have to explode them anyway. Alright, boo. I tried to avoid it, took 1 damage for my folly. Smash. Inflame would be excellent strengthness. Corruption, I don't think is for us. Seeing Red, more energy is good. We need more card drawing, though, really. Let's take the Inflame, though. That fits with our plan of eventually getting strength. I don't have any right now, though. Effective Strike. I don't have that many strikes, so it's really not that damaging, but okay. We really want to get that Inflame out. We're going to take a bunch of damage for doing so, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, so the Flame Barrier will give us enough defense for the round. And we'll just body slam him for 14. Had other options, but that was fine. Okay, well, we didn't gain back any health that fight. Double your current block. Yeah. I think someone said this upgrades to cost 1, which would be pretty good at 1, but 1 weak to all enemies and exhaust itself. It already costs 0. That's some okay defense, but I think we're better off taking another anger. It's making our deck thicker, kind of, but it's mostly helping us get a better start. We do need to keep our deck super thin and then try and get actual card draw. Oh boy. And we can't even spot weakness the first round because he doesn't attack the first round. That's very annoying. Alright, let's get this Rupture out of the way so it stops coming back. Spot weakness only works if your opponent is attacking. Otherwise, it would be Super God card and better than Inflame. Okay, so Flame Barrier would buff him, and so Infernal Blade would buff him. We would get a free attack, but take a bunch of beatings probably. I could bash him. Making him vulnerable would be pretty good. I'm going to take some damage here. Do I Infernal Blade? I think I do, even though it's going to cause me more damage. That's not what I wanted to get from the Infernal Blade at all. I was hoping to get something that costs more than 0, and then reduces cost to 0. It's going to be full of anger, but I don't have the card drawing yet. This is specifically skills, so I can play the Inflame, it doesn't hurt me. He, however, is going to beat my face in. God damn it. This always happens. Whatever I do against him is always wrong. I just take more damage. I've got the energy, so if I defend, then I would be able to body slam him for another 5, even though he will do slightly more damage to me. Net, he'll do less damage to me this round, but he'll do more if I don't kill him next round. Just slightly short of being able to explode him and take not much damage. Now I've taken lots of damage. Alright, whatever, you dick. If I had spot weakness first, could I have killed him? Yes. That was dumb. Go me. Because I'm going to have to potion him now anyway. Yeah, I'll take damage if I try and Flame Barrier through it. Whatever. Screwing up everything. +1 dex does not hurt. Next choice of cards here. So, whenever you gain block, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. It's okay, but it's kind of expensive. Shockwave is pretty good. That's a lot of weak and vulnerable, even though it's a little expensive. True Grit might be good. Oh, my deck's so thin that the exhausting might not be great, but it would help protect me from bad things. From, things that decks that add stuff to me. I don't have any card draw yet, though. How can I get all these cards and not get anything that does really what I want? Ugh. I think I'm going to take the Shockwave. It does exhaust itself. It does quite a bit, but this is not good. Give me some loot. Non-boss chests now also contain cards. That's not very valuable. So 50% chance of monster, but I might get more loot. Got an insignificant amount of gold. There may be more loot. There will almost certainly be a monster. Monster's a card anyway. Oh, that sucks. Is it always him? I find it's usually him, and he's bad. This is a terrible start. He's doing that thing, which is not good for me, and it means I can't spot weakness or Flame Barrier him effectively. I guess we'll use a shitty artifact potion. Spot weakness fails. Okay, well, he stopped half of his debuff. Hooray. God damn it. This is not good. We're going to take a bunch of damage from this, have to rest. Exhaust your hand, deal 8 damage for each exhausted card. These cards aren't the best. The anger is very replaceable. I'm going to defend, and then I'll exhaust these 2 and just, for 15. Was that worth it? I don't know. Probably not. He's not attacking again! Every time I get the spot weakness. This is getting very, very annoying and also damaging. If he'd been less of a dick with his timing, I could have 8 strength right now, which would make slightly, just a little tiny difference. Alright, well, we're going to do this. We're going to take not too much damage this round for once, and hit him a bit. He is still vulnerable. Like, we vulnerabilized him hard, which I think the shockwave has probably paid off. Hey, we can do this again. That's not the worst. Could I have killed him? Probably. Okay, regen potion will be good. Fire potion is okay. Get another rupture, which doesn't help. We're going to take the twin strike, though. I mean, the deck is small right now, so the rampage could be good, but we're trying to generate strength, and the thing would be good. What boss is it? Is this guy? He's usually not that hard, but I could screw up and die if I don't rest. Or I could smith what? Upgraded flame barrier is 16 block and 6 damage per hit. That would be really good against him, because he has a lot of multi-hit stuff, but will it happen? Better in flame is pretty good. Shockwave becomes 5 rounds. I mean, it exhausts itself. It doesn't stick around, so... Or I can make the body slam free, which does dramatically improve the body slam. Could upgrade the second anger. You know what? Free body slam is going to get played a lot more. I think that's going to be more functional. And long term, we're trying to get a bunch of card drawing. Of course, we have 0 right now. Okay, first round, he is not doing the stuff. Do we shockwave him right now to give him the weak and the vulnerable, or do we just bash him for vulnerable? I think we just bash him for vulnerable because we should be able to DPS him down so that he doesn't actually get a chance to attack us. Which looks like the case. We're also going to drink our regen potion. I mean, if we beat the fight without taking full damage, we won't need it, but yeah. Ah, I've spotted a weakness. The weakness is that when I hit you, you're going to change modes. Now he's got so much armor that we're not going to hit him anymore, so we'll play the Rupture and just get that out of the way. It does literally nothing in our deck. It's okay. Body Slam is free now, so we can, when we defend, we get to Body Slam for a little bit of damage. If you Flame, it would do more damage. I can't do all 4 of these things, though. Infernal Blade is a wild card, but it's often good, because it could be a much more expensive attack. This stupid thing, I always get confused, because it's the same icon as stuff that's for every attack that hits, but as people keep pointing out, this is only whenever, this once per attack that you play. Just kind of weird and annoying. All right, let's see what we get from that. Okay, this is an attack that does 22. And he's going to hit me for some damage at some point, and it'll end up being cheap even when it comes back around. It doesn't have that debuff, or that cost reduction. It is a single hit attack, so it's not going to super benefit from the Inflame. I'm going to want to defend. Let's get the Inflame going for the long-term power. We're going to defend, blood, and body slam. Okay, now he's doing a bunch of damage, which is not good. So we're going to want to defend as much as we can against it. Should actually be okay. Okay, it's doing 5 times 4. Perfect time for a flame barrier. In fact, we can defend because we have free body slam now, and we can hit him for a lot, and then a lot, and then actually he doesn't end up hitting us at all, so that was somewhat wasted. Could have done the math and not even done the defensive thing. Or I could have just deliberately let him do that. He would have taken more damage if I hadn't attacked, probably. Oh well. Might want to shockwave him at this point. Ow. Yeah, so we only take 3 from the double attack. It's weird. It uses the same icon as the thing that I get as a player that works very differently. more strength. Almost like we've been doing something all this time. It hasn't been working out in other fights. Okay, we get 4 rares. They all suck. Okay. Don't necessarily suck, but they're not what I want. Like Juggernaut, not what I want. I don't have a bunch of armor-gaining relics, which is what makes it more interesting. I don't have a lot of exhausting stuff. I don't have any cards to immolate. I mean, immolate would help me get rid of bad things, but since I don't natively have any in my deck, that's not good. I could take the Berserk, like, if I'm getting beat down, but I would hope to not get so beat down normally. And that's just going to be another useless power, like Rupture, that is not doing anything for me, so I may just have to skip, which is terribly annoying. I don't want any of those cards in this deck. We're doing some good stuff, so... This heals you more for having a big deck. That's not what we have. Pyramid would mean I wouldn't be suffering as much. Pandora's Box, transform all strikes and defense. I have 3 defense, 2 strikes. I can't see that being worth it, though. I mean, it would probably improve my deck. It would almost have to, but is the Pyramid going to screw me? I don't have any card drawing yet. I want to get some. I don't think the Pyramid's going to cause me any problems right now. Oh, it's going to be drawing 1 less card per turn, which doesn't help with the Angers. I really need more card draw. And I'll need even more card draw if I take that. Maybe I should just take Pandora's Box? Or this will heal me 6 hit points whenever I enter a rest site. That's just only healing me 12 or 18 per act, probably. That's not that impressive. Or transform 5 crappy cards. Oh, well, Pandora's Box again. This is just not the right deck for Pyramid. So what's the crap that we're going to want? We got 2 Sword Boomerangs, which would be great with our strength. Power Through, which adds wounds, which is terrible. Armaments, fine. Disarm, fine. Yeah, no, bunch of crap to get rid of. But, I mean, it would have been nice to get rid of some of the defense stuff anyway. Now we're going to have, like, no defenses, because the only defense we gained was, like, the terrible one.
If you like this, please click the eponymous button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.